All right, my name's Bassguy4, and I'm going to be running. Oops, sorry. I'll be running Faxanadu. It's part of the Dragon Slayer series. So the second game in the Dragon Slayer series is named Xanadu, and this is sort of a spin-off of that game. It was developed by Dragon Slayer was developed by Falcom. This game is actually under license by Falcom, licensed to Nintendo, and Hudson Soft developed. Let's see what else. Jun Shikuma did the soundtrack. So most people know Falcom from the Ys series. So and those always have good soundtracks. She's mostly known for the Bomberman series. She did Legendary Axe, another Hudson Soft game, Wonder Boy 3, and a few others. So in this game, you're playing as an unnamed hero who's an elf that's come back from a journey. He's sort of tired and bewildered, and so he's going to come in with low health, and then so he comes back to Aeolus, his hometown, which is vacant and under siege by crazy, crazed dwarfs. But with that, I will get going. And this uses SDA time, so that's why it has that. So, but on my end, so I'll just tell Dave when to start. So, let's see. Oops, actually, hold on. This is kind of awkward. Okay, let me try that again. There we go. All right. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go. Nope, didn't get it. So you can actually, I'm not going to reset, but he's telling you he's come back from a long journey, and his town's deserted and the gates closed and people are gone and the walls are crumbling, so it's basically falling apart and what happened. So you can save like 10 seconds by jumping over those 2 tiles. Alright, so I'm going to take a death abuse right here. So this is a death warp, because otherwise I only have like a quarter of my health. So, of course, don't have negative thoughts, remember your mantra. So this is the guru who gives you the dwarf ring, so it identifies you. Or the elf ring. And this game you get 96, let's see, I believe it's 96 frames to get to full walk speed, so everything's sort of momentum based. So I want to try to hold my fastest walk speed. Alright, so I'm talking to the king, and he's giving me 1,500 golds. Or something, I don't know why they said golds. So the elf water their life source has been stopped and the wells are drying up, and you find out later that the water has been poisoned. And so my first sort of duty is to get the water running and to clean it up, so that the elves so the trees can sustain life, and as well as the elves. So I'm jump these guys. So I'm gonna buy one of everything. I'm not gonna do the hardest strats, which would be to buy everything but the potion here. So I buy the hand dagger. So B to back out really quick. And so I want to exhaust all of my gold. So then I can go back and get another 1,500. And then all of the shopkeepers do that. They just constantly... Well, all the characters in these profile sort of boxes all blink constantly. Alright, so I'm going to sell the potion back to him to get up to an even 300. Back out. I lost my walk speed. That's kind of tricky to keep your walk speed. You have to hold to the left while you're on each dialogue. Let's see, so... This is... Toad calls this guy Smokin' Bill Murray. So he's the keymaster, the locksmith. You have to buy... So I have to buy 3 jack keys. For the doors later on in the world tree. So in this game, you're climbing up the world tree, which is just basically this giant tree with all these towns inside. It's and you're climbing up to the branches, and then going into the into Dartmoor Castle, which is where the evil one lives. So all of the dwarves were made crazy when this meteor hit the Earth, and then the evil one came out and sort of, I don't know, I guess, and then the evil one came out of the meteorite and took over the world tree and made all those dwarves crazy that I'm fighting in the game. So in this game, the combat's kind of weird. It's kind of wonky. So when you jump into a fireball, you also lunge forward to stab. I'll be abusing that a lot in this game. So this will be the first battle. So I'm just going back to that door where I tanked all that damage at the beginning. All right. So I'll use the key. I'm just gonna speed by this guy. So Deluge is the weakest spell in the game, and it's the one you're used throughout this run. You don't buy like Death, or there's another one called Tilt. You don't use that either. Just going to equip Jack Key just so I don't forget. Right, just sort of continue on. And this next town I don't need anything, so I'm just gonna speed through it. Right. Okay, so I'm going to the tower. I believe this is the Tower of Trunk. So I need to go through this 1, 2, 3, 4. So by doing that, this will get the key item to show up when I kill all these enemies on screen. Nope. So the elves kind of were stupid and decided to barricade themselves in, so I have to use this Matic to take those blocks out. Okay, so just continuing up. Okay, so if you get bonked on a ladder, you'll start standing and you can jump in place. Those guys I kind of like to keep my distance from. They do a lot of damage. They do a lot of contact damage. And in the combat, if you're standing close enough, you can actually do 2 damage, 2 hits. All right. So this is victim. So I'm going to buy. I'm gonna buy the wing boots. Okay, back out. I like to equip stuff as soon as I get it. I know other Faxanadu runners don't do that. So I talked to the guru and backed out really quickly to give myself a save spot for death abuse later. Darn it. I was afraid of that. I'm just going to take the long route, otherwise it's going to mess up my... It's going to mess me up later. Okay, so I'm going to use the wing boots here. And if you pause on certain frames, you can actually extend the time. If I can do it right. It's one of the harder things to the run to learn. That's whatever. Okay, I'm not going to risk it. You can actually talk to him if you're sort of up against that column. Alright, so I just cleaned up that spring. Okay, so I need this jack key for the next... for this tower. Okay. Get the wing boots. Ah, shoot. Okay, so I'm gonna get three wing boots. 3, 4. Okay. So he gave me the Joker key so I can get to the last spring. And this big wyvern... Oops. Actually, hold on. So this big wyvern I need to avoid because he does a lot of damage. Okay, so this will be the second second spring. Kind of a little close there. Yeah, this game's a little obtuse. Unless I think I had the Nintendo Power for this, so I had a strategy guide for it. So I'm going to take a death abuse here. Oh, I had a little too much health. One, 2. Nerves getting to me. Okay, I'm confused. Must have messed something up. Yeah, I must have lost my count. This should do it. Okay. So this gives me the ointment for... so I don't take damage from these wyverns. 2, 3, 4, 5. I do 3 of these and I'll talk about Wise Man. Okay, so he's gonna give me the ring of ruby to push the stone away so I can move on to the mist area in the tree. So I buy a queen key and a sword. Okay, so that's a slack snack. So I sort of turned around to kill that fairy. And then he dropped some bread. Yeah, this has sort of weird dithering effect. I know it's for the fog. It's kind of weird. Kind of not the best to look at. I took a bonk to stand on the ladders so that I could advance a little faster. Yeah, this is all sort of basic combat and platforming. Oops. I'll do that. Alright, so... So this is my 4th entry, because I think it counts a tick every time you go through a screen that has an item, a hidden item. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll go in and out of here for 3 times. Is set the next screen. Or the next item screen. Yeah. It's pretty silly, I guess, that seeing what you're used a key or a potion or elixir. Okay, so I need to buy 3 kinkies. And the experience system's kind of silly. So as you go up in experience, the only thing that happens is when you die, you'll start with more money. And as you go up in experience and level, your timer on all of your items goes down. So I think if you go to the highest experience level, you only have 10 seconds for any item. So it's not worth it if you do this play this casually. It's per ranking. Didn't do it fast enough. I didn't want to take more damage. That guy started jumping. And it's faster to run and jump up ladders than it is to fly up ladders or sort of glide in the air. Oops. Can't talk and chew gum, I guess. Yeah, I think they did some interesting things with the textures and with the limited palette of the NES. It has all the earth tones and stuff. Sort of gives it a weird vibe. Oops. Oh boy. Yeah, this is from, I think, 88? I think it might have come out in Japan in 87. Like a sliver of health. And in the Japanese version, you can actually name the character. In this version, you're just an unnamed hero. Oh, there's the flying squids. Those guys do a lot of damage. And those guys are almost like rainmakers, I guess. So they're sort of clapping and doing and they do damage through some sort of thunder spell. Okay, so just equip the ace key. And you kind of, in this game, you don't really stab, you're kind of poking. It's a little weird. Get it. So I'm just gonna damage boost through that guy. So all of this is and that's to help fly over that poison bottle, because you can't really... I think to jump over it's like a task perfect jump, which of course I can't do. I don't think that's ever been done in a run. Yeah, it's the white mages are a pain to deal with. For sure. It does, I think it takes like a fifth of your health. And I think the world record has the health's pretty well routed out. Like, tightly routed, so... But it doesn't do any, like, damage to your... It just does health damage. Alright, so I'm... didn't mean to do that. I meant to jump over him. So I have to get a bunch of key items here, so I'm going to get the power suit and the... But first I'm going to get this magic staff that... I believe it doubles your... or maybe 50%... You do 50% higher damage with the deluge. Ugh, he almost knocked me off. Alright. So it's the magical rod. I'll just go through him. Okay, good, he behaved. Sometimes that guy can move pretty erratically and just squash you. Thankfully, he didn't. So I'm gonna just tank a bunch of damage and death warp here, and go back to that guru that I talked to. Alright, send up negative thoughts, remember your mantra. And he's going to... See, don't rely on your magic power alone during the last fight against the dwarves. You can wear the battle helmet, which I'm not going to get, and battle suit only when you have the Dragon Slayer. And you'll not be able to return us the Dragon Slayer until we have true peace here. And then he's giving the ring to open the door for Dartmoor Castle, which is one of the last stages. So King Grieve, who was transformed into this, the king of the dwarves, he was transformed into this giant dragon. I have to go fight him. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get the ointment so I can serve. This gives you invulnerability. They give you some hints, but I don't know if they give you. Remember if they give you enough. Alright, so this makes me invulnerable and so I can just sort of rush through. Yeah, that's probably true, hey, but Boba Man. So, just push through all these guys. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there'll be wing boots on this side. Boba uses that emote whenever he can. Alright, so... Ah, you jerk. Let's see. So I bop him so he kind of goes the other way. Take that bread. So this is Dartmoor Castle. So I'm just gonna take that damage boost. Kill this fairy and this sort of tentacle monster. And then this will set my save point. Alright, so I'm just going to bum rush this guy and climb down. They give you some iframes to work with. Most of the dwarves that are like fencers are kind of stupid, so they're pretty easy to deal with. Right. Right, so time to kill King Grieve and get the Dragon Slayer sword, which we won't use. But the game says you need it to kill the evil one. I mean, it's a cool sprite, it's just not like a pushover boss with the wing boots. Alright. So, that's fine. My wing boots, timed out, so... that's fine. And that thing I'll actually screen wrap into and take damage, which is not good game design. Right. Okay. So this is the last guru you talk to. He's gonna give me a ring, to get into the last stage. So basically he's just saying King Grieve protected the sword from the evil one by swallowing it. And that's why I had to kill him. Because he was a crazed dwarf and of course isn't gonna listen to reason. You can't get it from any other way. So he gave me the demon ring. Alright, so they call this the walking dinner plate, or at least the runners do. So I'll take a couple bops from him. A death warp. So you can see my gold's at 2456, and then when I come back, it's at 800 because I'm at a certain. I have a certain title. So. Alright, so I can just rush to the end. I like to take care of that hornet because otherwise he can bop you while you try and jump across and you have to restart. Alright, so this is the final area. So normally you'd have to go through this long, drawn-out route, but I'm just gonna fly through and rush to the end. So there's another... Well, I can show you. So here's what happens when you touch the poison. But I'm gonna take ointment, so... So now I'm invulnerable going into the final boss, so he's especially easy. So the time will come, I think, when I lose control. Time. Weird. Thanks for the GGs. So I'm saying glad to have you back safely. It'll take time, but the elves and the dwarves will become friends and return the peace of this land as it used to be. I understand that you'll leave to continue your journey. What a restless guy. Alright, so now everything's green and lush, and they can see the world tree and all its sort of splendor. and all the fountains. But yeah, thanks for having me. I'll probably grind this down a little bit. I need to learn the wing boot strats, but it's great to be able to run this for you guys. I know Dave's been supportive of me, and I've been trying to be as supportive as I can be of him. I think within maybe a month or two of knowing him, I started doing I joined a Ninja Gaiden 2 race without having run the games. And then he's given me some advice, and he's always been there to lend an ear and give advice. But yeah, thanks a lot, Dave, and it's a great cause, and donate if you can. But with that, take care. Thanks.